Today I'm going to show you how to install this GHome Smart Door Knobs. It is pretty slick because you can unlock it using your fingerprints, an app, or a physical key lock. So this is the doorknob that we'll be replacing today. It is a dumb doorknob. In order to remove the old doorknob, you have to release two screws. There's one on the right and the other one on the left. Now I was hoping not to have to remove the latch, but unfortunately the old latch has to be removed because, as you can see, it does not fit. In order to remove the old latch, just remove these two screws. Alright, now that the new latch has been installed, you have to make sure that this square hole is directly in the center. If it is not in the center, go ahead and move it around. There you go. Now you can see that the new doorknob fits perfectly in. Make sure that the wire goes through and it's free. It's not catching on to anything. Otherwise, you might rip it in the future. Take this wire and connect it to the interior knob. This wire can only go in one direction. So initially, if it does not fit, try flipping it around. Oh yeah, when you insert the knobs, make sure that the arrows are pointing upward. That goes for the exterior as well as for the interior knobs. This is the interior doorknob. There's one Phillips screw holding it in, so release that Phillips, and then you'll see all of these holes. You definitely need to expose two holes so that way you can feed the two long screws in later. I like how they make the holes go straight through. That way, when you screw with a Phillips, it's much easier because you're going in straight and not at an angle as before when you were releasing the old doorknob. Very nice. Right, now that you've secured all of the knobs together, it's time to feed it some batteries. Be sure that it follows these polarity. Once it's all good, go ahead and secure the Phillips screw in. Make sure that everything is secure. Wiggle around. You can see that from the inside you can always turn it to unlock, but from the outside you have to use your fingerprint or a key or the app to open it. Alright, let's do a simple comparison. Here's the old knob versus the new knob. So you can see that it's about an inch longer, but it's not crazy big like the August lock that you've seen in my previous video. This lock is so simple that even my kid can operate it. Now when he forgets his keys, he doesn't even need to ring the doorbell for us to open. He can just open it himself. If for whatever reason you're locked out because the battery has ran out of juice, you can always charge it up a little bit using one of those USB power bank. Use that power bank and then charge it up via USB-C down the bottom. Also down the bottom there's a screw. All you have to do is press it outward. Here we go. We're going to press it outwards and then slide the exterior knob cover downward. It'll expose a keyhole and then use the key that was provided to unlock the door. Now that you've done all of the hardware installation, let's go ahead and take care of the software side. Go ahead and download the GHome Smart app and then open it. You're supposed to download the GHome Smart app, but it looks so similar to Tuya. I thought, hey, why not give Tuya a try? So open the app. And go down to Camera and Lock. Choose the lock that says Bluetooth, which is BLE. On the lock itself, go ahead and click on the Setup button, the one that's on the interior side, and then click Next. Don't forget to enable your Bluetooth and GPS on your tablet or phone. I'm going into Permissions and allow all of these permissions to be accessed by the GHome Smart app. So definitely check Nearby Devices Permission and Allow. There we go. It found the GHome lock. And then click on Done. Here in the GHome Smart app, you can see the battery. You can lock and unlock. You can see the status. You can see all of the logs at what time it was locked and unlocked by who. Let's go ahead and go in and change some settings. So we're just going to rename the device. Click on Settings, and here you can change the default settings. By default, it will lock after 5 seconds, but I'm going to change it to 10 seconds because 5 seconds is way too fast. Now, if you want to add your fingerprint to the app, go ahead and go into Member Management and click on your name and then click on Add. Obviously, you have to be connected to the lock to do this. And as you can see, we're failing because we're not connecting via Bluetooth. All right, now it's connected to the Bluetooth smart lock again. Be sure that you're standing on the outside and then click on Add. Now go ahead and press that finger that you'd like to use onto the sensor on the outside. Press it at least 6 times. Try to get your fingerprint directly in the middle of that sensor. I use my middle finger, so I'm going to rename it to middle finger and then click OK. Adding another member is pretty easy. All you have to do is go to the plus icon on the upper right hand corner, click on Add. This is my son, so I'm going to name him and then click Save. Go ahead and click on Add, and now it's time to add his fingerprint to the doorknob. Click on Add. Now he's on the outside and pressing one of his finger up against the door sensor. And that's it. We are done. Overall, I think this smart door lock is pretty slick. You can install the hardware within 10 minutes. Setting the app is another 5 minutes, and then you're done. Total 15 minutes. Alright, hopefully you enjoyed this video. I really appreciate you guys subscribing to my channel, and thanks for watching.